And we are live.
All right.
We're live.
Woo.
Hello.
Welcome to the Black Friday weekend sale raffle.
Yes. Thanks for joining us. Hi,
How
Christine.
How is this raffle going to work? What are we doing?
Oh, well, we're going to give away all the things on the table that are on the screen. We are going to list those items in the chat right now as well. Let me do that. I hope it worked. Yep. It's kind of a mess of a list, but you get the idea and you see them on screen. If you have specific questions about the prices too, we can try to answer. But the way it's going to work is we're going to draw some raffle tickets from the Xenomorph head. We are going to put those names into the raffle machine here, and you'll see the names in the chat. If you see your name in the chat, you need to respond with a "Here I am, I would like this prize," and name what prize you'd like.
We'll be taking prizes away as they get claimed.
Right.
So someone should be ready with tape and a marker.
Yep. And then we'll keep doing that.
What was that?
And yeah, so keep your eye. The key is keep your eye on the chat for your name. We will not be pulling the raffle ticket and saying the names aloud because we're on YouTube and Facebook and there's too much lag there for it to make sense. So keep your eye on the chat. If you see your name, respond there with what prize you'd like, and then we'll say congratulations, you've won, and so on. Also today, we're going to be talking about some of our picks for the holiday season, some good comics and games that we like as gifts for people.
Yep.
So maybe give you some ideas if you have any more holiday shopping to do.
Yeah. And
that's pretty much the gist. Yeah. We've got a bunch of special guests. All returning special guests.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think that's it.
Yeah.
So shall we?
We shall.
I'll pull some.
Yeah, I think Nick's gonna start us
pull
off.
Some, and I'll type them in, and you.
You, the viewer.
It's up to you, Christine, to fill.
Yeah. So
the rest of the content.
Yeah, I will start off with my holiday picks. So my first gift recommendation is the Fuzzies. So this is a dexterity game. It is cute. It's got lots of colors. It's a lot like Jenga, but it has an added mechanic where as you do your action, you pull your fuzzy out of the tower. You also draw a card that is going to tell you how you pick out your fuzzy next time. So, for example, like you have to cover your eyes while you're picking your fuzzy. And the person to topple the tower, they lose and everyone else wins. So this game is good for 6 and up. Takes about 15 minutes to play. 2 to 4 players or more. It's adorable. It comes with all the fuzzies you need, and then a cup that creates the tower shape. You remove the cup, and your fuzzies are built into their tower shape.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm pulling another name.
So.
By the way, I'm gonna give. Sorry to interrupt. About a minute per name, I'd say. Yeah. So keep that in mind. We're gonna have to keep going through them. Oh, this is a good comment here.
Yeah, Tribble Jenga.
I like that.
That is what it is, but added mechanic because it's got those cards. And I don't think you would have to use them, so if you were with someone who wasn't a strong reader, you probably wouldn't have to use the cards, but they are an added layer of fun.
Shut Up and Sit Down did a good review on this, and they're well, I'm gonna paraphrase them. It was something like they described it as a ghost painting a cake with flowers or something. Like that is the feel of it, where it's this weird, delicate thing that you are building, which I liked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know the tower, the fuzzies, they are static cling, so you're not relying on gravity like you are with Jenga as much. There's also a static element to it.
I like it.
I highly recommend this one. It's reasonably priced, and So if you have a white elephant gift, if you need a gift for someone in the family, it's easy to play, easy to learn, all ages can play. And it's 2 to 4 plus, so if you want to break it out
Pulling
on
another.
Christmas, this is one of those games that after everyone's opened their presents and before dinner, you guys can get out and everyone have fun.
All right, another name in the chat. Quick question from the chat. What are the ages on Fireball Island and the Treasure Island game? Can we get a judge ruling on that? We're gonna get to you there. Got another name in the chat. Keep your eye on the chat to see if you've won. By the way, this is in case you're, I don't know, confused. This is on Facebook and YouTube, so if you hear us referencing things in the chat that you don't see, it's because it's on the other thing. I guess if you could be on both Facebook and YouTube watching us.
It would be kind of a nightmare because I think the lag is a little different.
No, I think it'd be great.
So you would be hearing so much of my voice in so many ways.
A few more seconds, I'm gonna pull another one.
Yeah. Wow, we are really striking out.
Where are you folks?
Yeah.
There are many people here, but there are many tickets, so.
And we gave people a little bit of a buffer to.
We did.
Yeah.
I know.
But yeah, we do have a bit of a buffer.
Nick, one person at least has
Oh,
both chat. Nice.
Sweet.
I like it. I like the
like your
commitment,
style.
having both chats. All right, another name.
Is headed into the chat. And with that, I will give another of my picks.
Ooh, sorry, one quick question. This one's for you, Christine. Is drinking shots of Fireball a prerequisite to playing Fireball Island? If not, does it enhance the experience?
Doesn't that enhance every experience?
Yes.
It's an expansion pack.
Yes, it's an expansion pack. The Fireball Shot Island.
Treasure Island, 10 and up.
Treasure Island, 10 and up.
Worcester, Massachusetts is like a thing.
And
It's the Fireball Island.
we're working on the
Working
other
on
one.
Fireball.
Fireball Island, I know some of the expansions are age 7 and up, I know because they have like shooting pieces. But the main one I think is like 5 and up, but the main.
So that's Fireball Island, 5
Fireball
and
Island,
up.
I know some
Fireball
of the
Island,
expansions
5
for it
and
are
up.
7 and up because they actually
Some
launch
of the
stuff.
expansions are 7 and up, but the main base game that we're raffling off is 5 and up.
I think that's good.
All right, I'm doing another one.
Excuse me. So, my next Christmas pick, holiday season pick, is the book Wind. It came out in May or March, one of those M months. But it was, first of all, it was in issues when we first started. I read the whole run. I loved it. So it's by a friend of the store, James Tynan IV. And the art is fantastic. It will never get old.
Wind is a good one.
Wind, I mean, there's so many layers here. First of all, it's a fantasy story. So it's set in a world where there are fairies and vampires and humans and I can't remember the other factions right now. But
We have a winner. I have to
we
interrupt.
have a winner!
We have a winner. First winner of the evening to a Thorn. Dow will be taking the secret lair.
Woo!
Woo!
Congratulations, Thorn!
Hooray! We're gonna keep pulling. We'll
Yeah.
keep talking about Wind. We'll keep going.
Yeah, so Wind, fantasy story, and it,
All I can do is get it there.
so the factions are warring. It is not okay to be a fairy folk in the human town called Pipetown. It's not okay to be a fairy, but a young man, young fairy boy, has remained hidden throughout his life, and he is suddenly gaining some more attention, so he has to embark on a dangerous quest to escape Pipetown. And I don't know, I just love it. I didn't get to read all of the second run, which came out this summer/fall, and so I'm really looking forward to getting the second trade in March or May. It's one of those M months. But I love this book. I recommend it to everyone. Really, if you have come in the store and asked for a book recommendation, I'd probably recommended this to you.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
The
And
juice.
we have a few copies, so.
Pulling another name. Sorry, I think you maybe said this, but are you caught up on with
I'm
the
not,
new? Okay,
not
okay.
fully caught up
I'm
because
curious how it
Oh, it gets darker.
How it- okay.
So I do know I got a few issues in. It gets darker because they are escaping. They're escaping the humans who want all weird bloods, as they're called, all weird bloods erased from the earth.
That is
So,
dark.
It is dark, but there's friendship and magic, and I love it. And also, I'm just gonna like pull open a page of art. That is,
The art is
it's
very nice.
beautiful. The colors are fantastic. We've got, I think there are several wind devotees in our Discord channel, which,
Yeah.
if you're not in our Discord, you should be. You can talk about comics and games with your friends, people you meet at the store. It's
And
very
with
active.
strangers.
Yes, you can always find someone in the Discord. I wake up every morning like, oh my gosh, holy Discord messages.
Oh, we have another winner.
All right.
Nick Ergezi.
Congrats, Nick.
Ghostbusters.
All right.
The Ghostbusters mini epic bundle. Nice.
That's a good prize.
Yeah.
That's a lot of prizes. Nick, do you want me to take over so you can explain some of your Christmas?
Sure.
We can trade.
Oh,
places.
hey, and we got another one though. Another winner. Because I had pulled this one when that one was in the chat. Jacob Hilt. Oh, well, you got to tell me what you'd like though.
Yeah, Jacob.
I spoke too soon. Let us
Tell
know what you'd
you
like.
want.
Then why don't we rotate out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do that now. Oh, Star Wars RPG thing.
All right. I will go.
Hell yeah.
Like
Nicely done.
that, and I will rotate out.
Rotate. Right. That was good.
Some of my gifts. Who wants to go in?
You're right. What's up?
Who's up next?
We're always good.
All right. I can do the tickets. Or no, you want. You're
Oh yeah, Josh and I are gonna hop on up here.
Name. Those are all already.
Yeah, I just need the name for the Ghostbusters.
Nick Argezi.
I was just gonna.
Yep, Nick.
Probably just start keeping those things.
What's going on, Ryan?
Not much. How you doing, bud?
Hanging in there.
I feel like it's a comic book club reunion here
Yeah,
tonight.
it's been a while. There's some litigious stuff. I'm getting sued again.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
As per usual.
I tried to start a multiverse. You know, because we're doing low-key for the book club.
Yeah. Mhm.
So, you know, there's a website called Fiverr where you can commission graphic designers or artists or whatever. Well, I found out there's a similar site called Niner where you just you can hire scientists and market research, and so I hired a bunch of scientists. I was like, hey man, we're doing this book club. It's about Loki, dimension hopping, multiverse, whole big thing.
Let's split it. Yeah. Let's
Big
break
scale.
it open.
I'm like, let's do the book club at Superscript, but at Superscript Earth 2.
Okay.
So let's meet Bizarro Christine, Bizarro Elliot, Bizarro Nick, Bizarro everybody.
I don't think I'm ready to meet any of those people.
You never know. I mean, that's what's exciting about the multiverse. You don't
That's
know what
true.
kind of
That's
there
true.
might be an
We
alligator.
could-
There's an alligator.
We could all be puppies.
Yeah, I
in
mean,
Earth
there's
2.
There's certainly a universe where we all have beards. I'm sure.
I think so.
There's probably one where we're all cats. Anyways, the whole thing is now the Department of Justice is involved in Homeland Security, and there's a whole court litigious thing going on. So that's why book club.
You're
is
trying to
on
break the
hiatus.
rules
They
of time
claim
and
I'm
space.
trying to break the rules of time, which is
Yeah.
a silly thing because you don't know if you can do it until you do it. So
Right.
you can't say I tried to do it.
Right.
Because nothing happened.
You don't win a prize for attempted chemistry.
No. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you either
Yeah.
crack a multiverse or you don't. And so, I don't know. Once the litigation ends, I think we'll be good to go again. So
That's exciting.
once we
That's
get word
exciting.
from the lawyers, I
Yeah.
think we'll be set.
Well, I'm glad you got a reprieve for tonight at
Yeah,
least.
it's been a stressful holiday season, but how have you been?
Good,
Not
good.
in for it, I hope.
I want to thank everybody who went through any line that I was running over the weekend as I learned to work a POS for the first time in my life.
I'm sure you were an expert out of the box.
Yeah, it was something. So
Was the is a lot of busy days at the sale? Pretty packed. A lot of folks.
yeah, Friday and Saturday were. It was exciting. There's a lot of people here.
Oh yeah, we got pulled
Well,
tickets.
yeah, we were on a schedule, right? I thought we had a schedule for time.
Oh.
Well, in the meantime, I'll talk about one of my holiday picks. How about that? Should
That
we
sounds
do
perfect.
I'm gonna do Thanos Rising. If you've seen the Avengers movies, obviously we're all pretty well aware who Thanos is at this point.
Finally.
Right. This is kind of Thanos's, like, from the jump. You get a little bit of like baby Thanos, like teen Thanos. It's Jason Aaron, who I think is still on Avengers, right?
Yes.
Completely crushing it in Marvel the last decade or so, pretty much.
Yeah, ever since
He's kind of been the guy.
yeah, they he was one of the architects when they were doing that, if you remember. But he's I feel like everybody or anybody who's writing the Avengers is kind of running the show at the moment.
It's a long way from Wolverine and the X-Men, which is like one of my favorite things he's ever done. It's one of the most fun books. But this is definitely, I would say, the polar opposite of fun. It's pretty grim. It's pretty dark. But Simone Bianchi, beautiful artwork, and you can't really go wrong with a pretty intense Jason Aaron.
And this is where he first meets the personification of death.
Yeah, death comes into play for the first time here, and Thanos' mother and his father Lars is in here. I think pops in here, or at the very least is referenced in here.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's a good book. So if you've got someone who's an Endgame fan or just a fan of Mad Titans,
that's
Thanos,
the maddest Titan of them all.
Thanos Rising. He is truly the Mad Titan.
I am dropping a name in the chat right now. I'm pretty sure I spelled your name right. You can come meet me if I did. It's fine.
Yeah, you'll figure it out. Do you have a holiday pick you wanted to put over?
Yeah, actually, why don't you grab that trade that's sitting right next to you?
Yeah.
Now that we're talking about just the trade.
Well, I'm just gonna.
Oh, just grab the whole pile. All right, that's fine. I'm not talking about all this right now.
All right.
Just so you know, you don't have to deal with me that much right now. So this is the first trade of the Marvel published Alien book.
This is like their run of. It's not like an adaptation of any sort of past.
Nope. And I believe this happens. It's hard to tell for me when this happens exactly. If it's between Alien and Aliens or right after Aliens. It's a great book. It's a lot of fun. And by fun, I mean it's incredibly depressing. So we let off with sad books because that's the kind of people we are.
Yeah, you probably should have gone for something way lighthearted because I really brought the pain, and then you were just like, "Here, space aliens, even worse."
Yeah, but it was either that or like zombie action figures. So
That's true. Yeah, it does kind of go. We do kind of skew dark regardless, but there's some great character likenesses in here too. Some nice Salvador artwork.
looks great.
I'm not familiar with the writer from anything, I don't think.
Well, you should be because that book is awesome. That is also a self-contained story.
Oh, shit,
so
nice.
the next trade is actually a completely different story.
Oh, I love that. So each arc is it's like an anthology arc-wise, sort of?
Yeah, because with Alien, we run into a problem where we kind of have people stick around for a little too long, maybe. Like,
Sure.
when we have these one and done types of things, and in this instance, it's 6 and done, but you know what I mean.
Right, yeah, one story and done. Your point stands.
All right, I think we might have. Just kind of waiting. All right, the Critical Role thing on the right for Steve Almeida.
Hey, all right. Congratulations.
The Critical Role thing on the right. Is that big box?
It is that big box. This is a giant miniature.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, man, that's really cool.
it's gonna wreck a table. It's awesome.
Oh, that is pretty rad. I would totally own something like that, and I don't even know what it is. It's just that neat looking.
Hand this ticket off to everybody who's in no hurry to help the people on screen. That's fine. What else you got there?
I got, here's a fun one. This is the first book club book, Eternity Girl. This is Mags Visaggio, Sunny Lou, Chris Chuckery. It's a really, really cool story of like identity and like finding yourself, but also like a really wild sort of, again, multiverse, kind of time and space spanning, like high concept adventure.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. It's, I mean, like great, like a lot of cool retro artwork.
Oh, I like the color a lot in that book.
There's if I can find it, I'll show the camera here. There's some really, really great kind of like Jack Kirby sort of love in a big bad way.
Oh wow.
You get a lot of these like crazy colors and some kind of Kirby dots in there. It's a really, really wild book. It's, I think, 5 or 6 issues, self-contained story. But it's a book that feels lived in. It's really neat because this is all just sort of sourced from one character, but they build everything in a way where you feel like you're reading about a character that was brought back for the first time since, say, the 60s or the 70s
Okay,
or
yeah,
something
cool.
like that. So it's a really neat concept and really well told.
I have to check that book out. I did not pick that one up for the comic
It's
book
great.
club.
You would, I think, would love it, especially the way it plays with the kind of like retro styles. And
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah, it looks great. Looks great. All right, I'm gonna pull another name here, I think,
All right.
and then I'll.
We got some good stuff left on the table. A lot of cool omnibuses.
Yeah,
Some nice Warhammer stuff.
that
Fireball Island's still up there, it looks like.
that what if omnibus is
Oh,
calling
yeah.
my
That
name.
is a fun one too. Like that's a lot of the. I don't know if that's the original run or if that's the. Yeah, it is actually. Looks like I think the early '60s stuff, but there's like the '80s and '90s one is really fun too, and I think they've got that collected as well.
That's awesome. Nick, can I borrow you for a moment? Help me out here.
Oh. I know. Yeah.
Just going through all of
I just
Ryan's
know who this
Thank
is.
picks
So.
and,
Thank
you know,
All right, here comes a new name here. Okay, so this is my favorite thing
These look fun, man.
in the world. This, and I'm sorry, Sarah, my girlfriend is watching this, but totally my favorite thing in the world. These are Boss Fight Studio action figures, which you can't see with the glare, but these are 2 different series here. We have our zombies and our fantasy line. A really cool thing about these figures is that every single joint on them comes apart,
That's wild.
and they're all compatible with the other parts.
Oh, really?
So yeah, so additionally they make blank stuff for you to paint on your own and
So you
make
could
your
do,
own
like, wild
figures.
kit bash
Oh
figures and
yeah,
stuff, too.
yeah, they're designed for kit bashing. It's a
Oh, so this is like it's like mini mates, but to like almost like a better scale level. kind of.
Right.
That's pretty rad.
a lot more detail, right?
Yeah,
so
you ain't kidding.
yeah, so they have like these character kits, which is like, you know, a character that you would get with a bio and a history and
Sure.
oh, I'm getting messaging here that my dog is far more hurt by me saying Boss Fight was my favorite thing. So yeah, I love these figures. The zombie line just started. I think they're on wave 2 right now, but everything's still available from the zombie line.
And these are all just stuff that are like they're their own thing, but they're sort of just like loosely based off of other properties, kind
Yep,
of.
yep,
That's awesome.
yep. So, and they have a story where you're there's a crew on a ship that's traveling through time, and their travels kind of cause rippling problems throughout.
Oh, okay. So there is like a story.
yeah,
really
so
to it.
they started with Roman times. So you had like Gorgons, like Medusa, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then they moved on to the fantasy. I think the next line is going to be pirates.
Oh, nice.
And then the zombie stuff's going to get interlaced throughout the.
Have they done like a kind of like an '80s action hero wave or anything like that?
No,
That
they
would be
have
super
not.
fun. Yeah, like an Arnold knockoff and like a Cobra knockoff. Get a fake Stallone with some nice sunglasses.
All right. I'm going to try to drop another name in here.
All right.
I think this is correct.
Yeah, that's a very scrawled. I'm not good
Yep.
with reading the names. My handwriting's very bad, so you would think I would recognize recognize real in that aspect.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Turns out my reading comprehension is as bad as my handwriting. So my last holiday pick, I'm gonna throw out a nice big heavy one here. House of X, Powers of
Oh,
Ten.
nice.
From, the man, myth, Jonathan Hickman, Pepe Larraz, R.B. Silva, Adriano Di Benedetto, Marta Gracia, and David Curiel. I'm a lifelong X-Men fan, and this is without a doubt in my like Hall of Fame of X-Men stories.
It's a pretty cool story.
If it's not like directly behind Age of Apocalypse, it's pretty darn close. If if you haven't read X-Men in a long time and you don't know where to start, this is an amazing, amazing point to start at. If you've been a lifelong X-Men fan, you're going to love it even more because you're going to get little bits and pieces of things that have been seeded and posted and set up over the course of the entire existence of the X-Men, which is pretty wild.
Yeah, and I'm not the biggest X-Men fan in the world, but I got that book and I really, really enjoyed that.
And I'm
book.
not typically a Hickman guy. Like
Yeah.
I'm sort of the opposite. Like I love the X-Men, but like Hickman for a lot of my money misses the mark emotionally for me.
Yeah, sure.
Like the
sure.
FF stuff, like I don't. Maybe it's just because I'm not connected to the FF. Like, but a lot of it didn't land for me. But like this, because I'm invested in X-Men, man, like it feels like every beat hits the way it should.
Yeah.
And he just wrapped his run on the book up not too long ago.
Right.
So I mean,
Yep.
if you want to check the whole thing out, it's a great point to start at. And then I think within the next couple of months, I imagine the series will be wrapped up as far as trade releases.
Yeah.
And you can work
Yeah.
your way pretty much through the whole run. You can buy all of them here.
All.
All of them. You can buy two if you want to buy one. To
Buy
keep
one as a
and
gift.
One to read, or you
Yeah.
can give one away. You buy two of each of them.
All right. Let's see if you have more luck here.
Me? You want me to pull?
Okay. All right. I think we're gonna bring somebody else in because nobody wants to answer me. And that's fine. I'll just hold it against everyone in the chat. I need a list of names,
I'm glad, though,
please.
when these things happen, that you don't get passive aggressive. Though I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I
we
maintain
keep
a
it very-
pretty. Yeah.
We keep
yeah.
it 100. You
No,
know what
that's
I mean?
fine.
We don't ever get awkward with it or anything. It's a very smooth transition.
Oh, we do have Andrew, and he's gonna take the Aliens game.
Oh, there we go.
Andrew.
It's like Prince, just the only name, just Andrew.
Just one Andrew. Cool. Well then, let's rotate.
Yep.
After that.
Oh, and Christopher Rika says if you're not a Hickman guy, you should read East of West, which is a very good
I actually
book.
do enjoy East of West. I never finished it, but
You up?
someday. I love it.
Oh,
Really?
yeah, sure.
You hurt your back
That is also one of those.
while sitting down?
I think it was right before I sat down. Now it's better.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the Discord link again so I can post it back in the chat. Huh. There we go. Copy link address. Hey, folks, we're back. Bo Schultz and myself. I'm just looking at our website. This beautiful picture of friend of the store, Gino, that's plastered all over the front of it. Well, without any further ado, we're going to pull some raffle tickets. And while we're doing that, Bo, do you want to talk about some potential gift recommendations you might have?
Sure. All right, being a dad, I'll start with a all ages game. It says 6 to 9 or 6 to 99. It's kind of like that Lego joke. But this one's Magical Labyrinth, and I guess that picture on the front doesn't really show what the game is actually like. But essentially, you build a maze under the board with these wood inserts, and then on top there's a flat piece, and it's supposed to be that the walls are invisible. So the mechanics of the game is basically you're going after different tokens that are out there on the field, and then each player has a magnetic piece which is holding a ball bearing underneath the board. And so if you run into one of the walls, there is a clunk that will eventually make your children cry as they get to know it, much like when they played Operation and got upset. But it's essentially a memory game. You gotta just keep them where the walls are. But it's good, again, for all ages and any level of sobriety, a little fun. It's also known as the Labyrinth Magique, I guess. So don't read
By whom?
Dirk Bauman.
Well, if Dirk Bauman calls it that, is it Dirk Bauman's Labyrinthine Magique?
It might be one of those like French Canadian things where they just have to write it in French. It seems pretty literal, and this is a German company, and Bauman and Dirk
Yeah,
sound pretty German, so it's probably not a French game.
that's a fair point.
Oh, imported from Ontario, Canada. So I'm going with the French-Canadian thing. They get all mad if you don't. Whatever. But really good.
I'm gonna pop in another name here. Someone has asked, what is the thing next to DC through the 80s on the shelf? And let me see if I can tell here from.
Axe of Swords, Bizarro, Tolus.
Oh yeah, Tolus is a, well, if you don't know what Tolus is a RPG supplement written by Monty Cook, creator of Dungeons & Dragons Planescape, and Monty Cook games, so the Cypher system, Numenera, and The Strange, bunch of other great RPGs. Tolus is his homebrewed city campaign setting. It's like 600 pages or something, all about one city. You're welcome, Dave. I don't know, what else you got? And I'll talk about one.
This is ages 10 and up, though, I don't know, maybe 11 or 12, in my opinion, on playing this, though your kids just may be smarter than mine. This is Vast the Mysterious Manor. This was the follow-up to the Vast Crystal Cavern. Similar mechanics, but they basically kind of clean things up. If you have the original version, those different armies or forces are compatible. It's almost a miniature game. I mean, there's pieces, you don't have to paint them or anything like that. But unlike Crystal Cavern, they do come in the box, so it's all in one tin. It's essentially a board game that it takes the asymmetry to kind of the nth level. I mean, most leader or letter, I don't know how he pronounces his last name. Those games seem to thrive on asymmetric
Oh,
gameplay.
hey, we have a winner. Sorry to interrupt.
No.
We missed Caitlin's message, and by we, I mean I. Caitlin has won Tolus.
Oh.
Caitlin Regan. Congratulations, Caitlin.
But as far as it goes, each character or characters that you're controlling operate entirely different than your opponents, and the win conditions are altogether different as well. So if you like asymmetric gameplay games and cute little miniatures, and this is one of those games where the board is not just like a score tracker or anything like that. There is an actual tactical element to the relationship of the pieces on the board, etc., etc. So if any of those things appeal to you, and you have kids that are, it says 10 and up, I would highly recommend this. There are 5 different forces in the game. Some are one model, some are multiple models, but it gives you rules for how many to play.
And we have another winner, Dan Shannon, who is on a bit of a hot streak with raffles lately. I would like the Gaia Project, or Gaia Project, depending on how you pronounce it.
I need to play Gaia Project.
Dan, Nick is going to need to play that game with you. You're going to have to teach Gaia Project. That game is made for someone who wants the most serious space game imaginable. It is intense, hard to find, and includes 9,000 pieces of cardboard.
Dan is always down to play games in Superscript.
Yeah.
That is true.
You should say that to the people.
Yeah, actually, if you've got a fun game and you want to play, Dan's usually a good guy to come demo with the shop. Especially if it's a big space game that takes up a whole table. It seems to be very much... No, I'm kidding. Dan likes lots of stuff, especially roll and writes. Oh, don't forget Eric Newman up there. Eric Newman would like the X-Men book, please. So that's X of Swords. Congratulations, Eric Newman.
Great pick.
Thanks to the chat for helping out. That is a very good pick. That's a whole lot of X-Men.
Yeah.
That is quite a bit of X-Men. Yeah, I love Vast. I came to it late. I found out about it after I found out about Root, which is, I think, this comes out after Root, right? In the grand...
I thought... I know Root came out after the original Vast.
Oh, but this came out after Root.
I thought this came out after
That's true.
Root, but before... Root's got like 1 million expansions now, correct? Where they keep like more armies or something like that. Didn't they expand it out?
Yes, and there's some like automata, like the clockwork ones are all like play against the game.
The only thing I'll say, I believe when I said the miniatures, these Mignola-esque skeletons, I believe, might come in a separate box. But other than that, all the miniatures are in there. So.
Samuel J. Wants to know what the playtime is for Vast and what you think the best numbers are for the game.
Vast says 60 to 120 minutes, which is fairly accurate. If you're playing with someone that is good at it, it'll be much shorter because because, because they'll win quickly. The first time you play it, it takes a while. They do have player cards that come with each one. So the nice thing about both of the Vast games, I shouldn't say all of them, both of the Vast games, is there's a separate rule book for each force that you're playing. So instead of having the whole rule book, you can just learn what your guys do. And then you also have a dashboard for each one. And if you've played Crystal Caverns, this one has for the most part, simpler win mechanics and simpler accounting mechanics. So this one does go faster. When I've played it, I would say it's closer to the hour and 20 minutes than it is, or closer to 120 minutes than it is 60 minutes for us. But I've always played with at least a couple of people that have not played before. So
It's off the case with board games. Actually, I can talk about some stuff too. You want? Yeah, if you could. Whatever. Surprise me. Grab 2 things. I'll on deck 1. All right. Oh. Yeah. So we'll start with this. So if you're looking for a miniatures game but don't want to have to paint up like a whole army, might I recommend to you the newest edition of Games Workshop's Blood Bowl. It's a really good game. It's great. It's really cleaned up in this edition. It's also one of those nice things where if you have like Steam or access to PC games, or actually I think it's probably on like the PlayStation Xbox store now, the relatively inexpensive and often on sale for almost nothing video game versions of Blood Bowl are like almost 1-to-1 with the actual miniatures game, which is not something you see pretty often. But the minis that come here with this game are absolutely outstanding. You get the rule book, you get the field, you get the whole thing. And I don't know, it's like one of those Games Workshop games I've always aspirationally wanted to play. And I think in January we're going to start getting some games going in the shop. I know Craig Lewis and a couple other people have been hosting games of Blood Bowl on Sigmar nights as well. But yeah, I don't know. Have you ever played Blood Bowl?
it's been a minute, but the one thing I would
Oh, you're like Wilson in Home Improvement over the edge of
That's
the
fair.
box.
One thing I'll say about Blood Bowl as well, even though you can buy several different teams, it comes with 2, so that is a complete game in and of itself. Whatever team you choose to play, it's essentially complete. Whether you play one of the teams that come in the box, or whether you buy an extra team, it's not something you're going to constantly have to be updating with getting additional pieces. So you can essentially take it as far as you want to. So it is fairly inexpensive for a miniature game in that respect.
I'm just going to type another name, and I hope I'm getting this right. Oh, hey, Dave Breeda's in the chat.
Welcome, Dave.
It says, did Dave get pulled for something already?
I pulled his name like when I
Very
was
early.
pulled.
Oh.
That was already claimed.
Yeah, Dave, it was already claimed. I'm sorry. But you still have a chance to win more stuff. Sorry about that, Dave. Big shout out to Revelator Canine, by the way. If you need dog training, Dave Breeda, since he will not be playing Aliens and Other Glorious Day in the Core, probably has room for another customer. God, we're bad at this. Anyways, the name I have in the chat currently, I'm going to give that another couple minutes, and then I'm going to type in another name. I have another couple minutes.
Probably second.
Dave is saying he did. Can one of you guys who's not on stream right now, see back in the chat? Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Dave, we're going to see what we can do there. Some of this, just so everybody is aware, and I'll try and give a little more space between names that we're pulling now. We are using a product called Restream, which sends to both Facebook and YouTube. So as you may remember from live stream raffles past, that's already kind of a laggy process. The streaming it to multiple, video platforms at once makes it exponentially more laggy, I suppose. Maybe not exponentially, but certainly more laggy. So it gets a little bit weird, and sometimes we don't see responses necessarily in the order that we should. So I don't know. Maybe as we do with the live raffles, when we're all in person and we say a name and people in the crowd will amplify that name by saying it again. We do try something similar in the chat where if someone says hey and you don't see the hosts, anyone up here acknowledge that someone has said hey and made a pick, then that way we're more likely to see it, because it's a lot to keep up with and talk about games at the same time. All right, moving on to, I'm just going to type in another name here. All right. If it helps, it looks like Dave was on Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay. Nick and Christine are on the case, Dave. But seriously, great dog trainer. Great dude all around. Yeah, let's do that. All right. I think what we're learning. Hey! Well, thank you, Steve, for amplifying. Denise Hardman, what would you like? Please pick a prize from those that remain. Treasure Island. Guys, we have a winner, Denise Hardman. Woo! All right. Mouse Guard, yeah. So this is finally back in print. If you guys are familiar with the Mouse Guard comics, they are about anthropomorphized mice who, in a pseudo fantasy-esque setting, well, actually in a very like mundane setting, but they are, knights and squires and so forth, defending other mice against all of the things that try and kill mice.
So I don't see a response from Dave until the one he just gave, but we could give him give him a bonus thing off the table or something because he
Dave,
was late to respond.
we are going to come up with a solution because we did it. We are not seeing the earlier response, but we're gonna see what we can do. We're gonna help someone out. But anyways, Mouse Guard. No, but seriously, it's actually a really great system. It's a modified kind of like streamlined version of the Burning Wheel system, if you're familiar with that at all. If not, it's a pretty good streamlined RPG system. But one of the things I love about it is it's all the art from the comics, and you should absolutely read Mouse Guard if you have not. But it's all the art from the comics, which is fantastic. But the entire the book is written in fiction, so the equivalent of the monster manual contained in this box set, just describes things like moose or large snake from the perspective of a mouse, and it's really good. This also includes a couple decks of cards, a bunch of dice, a bunch of character sheets, 2 books. It's like a phenomenal value for.
Game Master screen.
Yeah, Game Master screen. I'm trying to think. What's this MSRP for? Does it say on the back?
I believe it's $69.99.
$69.99. Nice.
It probably weighs about 8 pounds.
Yeah.
A lot of.
It's a ton of RPG.
Anyone that likes Redwall, Brian Johnson.
Yes, absolutely.
Stories, very much in line with that. I'm not saying he's aping the stuff, but it's
certainly, yeah.
It's
in
very
the spirit
inspired
of.
by it, but very good.
Well, I'm glad to see Denise Hardman say they stopped in from Pittsburgh today and they love the shop. Well, hopefully you're still in town and you can come pick up that
They
prize.
have a friend in town, yeah.
Okay, they do. They've designated someone. And to those saying they either love Mouse Guard or always wanted to read Mouse Guard, there's a new Mouse Guard comic coming out in issues. Issue 1 is out. You should stop in and pick it up. It's only a couple bucks. It's great. And on that note, I'm going to pull one more, and then we'll probably get a mixed up cast of characters back in here. Bo, why don't you tell us about one more thing that you think is a good gift idea for the holidays?
Go with the no-brainer of the Mike Mignola's Hellboy box set. This comes with 4 of the trade paperbacks published by Dark Horse: Hellboy: Seed of Destruction, Hellboy: Strange Places, Hellboy: The Wild Hunt, and Hellboy in Hell. These are the softcover trades. They do come in a very nice-looking slipcase as well. If you haven't read Hellboy, I know Mike Mignola's art, most people love it. People that don't tend to love it tend to not like it for whatever reason. But I mean, they'll be angry about it, not just not care for it. But very Kirby-esque. That sounds like there's somebody in the
Dave
chat.
Reed is going to get the what if. The what if.
All right.
Not spoken for, Dave. It's all yours.
And if for some reason you don't care for the various versions of the movies or the animated series, The comic book is very different. I'm not putting down the movies or the comic or the cartoons, but everything about them. These are probably some of my very favorite comics that have come out since the late '80s. So I would highly recommend them. A lot of them are based on various folklore of various cultures as well. So if you're into any of that, it's nice to see him actually do all the research, both on the background for the story and the text, but also visually for his character design. All the trade paperbacks that Dark Horse puts out of Might Medieval stuff also has his sketchbooks in the back if you'd like to see the process of the evolution of the characters and how he's worked on them, commentary, etc. So great extras in all 4 of those trades.
Agreed. All right, so I fused 2 names together. I accidentally typed Camden Peterson. So if you are either Heather Peterson or Heather Peterson would like Bizarro, the next one is going to be Camden Fulmer. I believe they made some joke today.
Does this need to be taped on something?
Yeah. Does anybody need the Denise Hardman one? Okay, cool. Last call for Camden Fulmer though in the chat. Who's up next? All right. Yeah, we've got quite a few more things to give away, and we'll probably throw 1 or 2 surprises in there. Thank you, Bo, for I don't know, a relatively sober discussion of games from Bo and I, which is rare on these streams. I'm gonna hold down the fort while we wait for other folks to filter in. Yeah, this is one of Nick's. I'll save that for him. Give me one off the seat. Give me that book. Well, either way, while we're waiting for Nick, someone else will sub in for me in a minute. But here's a good Christmas gift if you got a reader in your life who has not already read Something is Killing the Children. You should absolutely pick this up for him. It's the hardcover. It covers the first 3 trade paperbacks, or the first, what is it? Well, actually, probably, it does not say on the back because it's such a classy volume that it doesn't have text on the back. But that would be the first 3 trades, so I'm guessing 18 issues probably. Thereabouts, something like that. Nick Boyer would like to, no, I'm not even going to read that out loud, Nick Boyer, but you're right. Maybe. And yeah, it's great. By saying it's a good jumping on point, it is the first volume. Hey, Ryan.
Hey, what?
You want to hang on this here chat?
Sure.
Right on.
Cool. I'm talking about some of my
Yeah, time for Nick's
selections.
Nick's picks.
Nick's picks.
Keep going with the tickets. Let's see. So
These are tickets we burned through.
those are
Those are
tickets
burned
to
through.
be. Yeah. So if you're not familiar with the Mint series of games, are you familiar with these, Ryan?
No, I haven't played them. I've just heard a lot about them.
Well, they are great. So there's 3 right now. I believe Mint Works is the first and original, and then there's Mint Delivery and Mint Cooperative. They are all really great games in very small packages. As you can see, they're like little Altoid style tins.
Nice and portable.
Mint Cooperative is a cooperative game, obviously. Mint Delivery is a pick up and deliver style game where you sort of have little tasks and you have to navigate around a map and you're trying to pick up and deliver different objectives to get points. And then Mint Works is the original one, the worker placement style game. But all of them are, I think they're great gifts because small little stocking stuffer size package, but also they are great games. So there's a lot of content in this little package, a lot of bang for your buck there. They're great if you travel. I like them.
Yeah, they look like they can kind of get beat up a little bit.
Yeah. So I like those. The Mint.
Wasn't the original one meant to be played with just mints?
So the original was So the original was, I believe, like there was some sort of challenge that was like a game designer challenge type thing where they were trying to. Someone was dared or challenged Justin Blasky, I suppose, the designer here, to create a game that could fit in an Altoid tin, and he did that. And part of it was that you were supposed to supply your own mints to play with, like they are the little worker pieces that you use for the game. They now come with little wooden or plastic pieces, so no mints required in this version.
So you don't get
good.
weird dusty fingers anymore.
You don't want, then you're, missing pieces because someone ate it or whatever.
Yeah.
It's best not to combine actual edible things with
Lots of hand
games,
movement.
probably,
Yeah.
people touching them. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, these are good. I like them a lot.
Yeah.
They're good.
They're cute.
They're nice. They're minty.
I like the idea of throwing a game like that in your backpack or something
Yeah.
and just having it with you.
Totally. The minty fresh cooperative. That's what it says. Anyone in the chat?
I
I'll
just-
keep going. Monikers. This has been a really popular one. It's a really good one. Have you played this?
I have not played that.
All right, so Monikers is a great party game. You could take this to any group of people, coworkers, family, friends. Everyone will have fun with it. It's played on teams. You can do more than one team as well. So like, however many teams you want, split up into teams. Each team has a deck of cards, and the cards all have a title and then a description of whatever that thing is. And usually they're all sort of like proper nouns. So it might be, well, the example on the back here, an Oompa Loompa is the title of the card, and then it will have this big, long paragraph description of an Oompa Loompa. And so what you do on when it's your team's turn is one player has the deck of cards, and they're trying to get the rest of their teammates to correctly guess the titles of the cards in their hand, right? And it's played over 3 rounds. So the first round, the active player on the team, can read any and all of the text on the card except for the name. So they could read that whole big description of an Oompa Loompa, and all they need is for their teammates to say an Oompa Loompa, right?
Right.
Pretty easy. You can read the whole description. That's the first round. You're just doing that. The second round, you're using the same deck of cards, but you can only say one word.
Okay.
So now again, you've already gone through this deck, right? So my team's already guessed an Oompa Loompa and all my other cards in the deck. The next round through, I can only say one word, so I might say orange, or I might say chocolate, and you'll be like Oompa Loompa.
Yeah,
Because
sure,
you know,
sure, yeah.
oh, it's chocolate, it's gotta be Oompa Loompa, because I know that's in the deck. So then, the third round, you can't speak at all, and you're doing charades. So maybe you do the weird little Oompa Loompa dance, or
Yeah,
something like that,
yeah.
or pretend to be turned into a blueberry, and they're guessing Oompa Loompa. So it gets really, really fun and funny once you get to a point where someone says horse, and then your team is all shouting this really specific word in response because they know when you say horse, you mean Seabiscuit,
Right, right.
wins the game, or some really specific line. So it gets really funny.
So it looks like Andy Peterson is here,
Andy Peterson.
and he wants DC from the 80s.
Yeah. Nice. We only have a few prizes left.
Yeah. Working our way through 'em.
So that's Monikers. It's great. You can take it anywhere. Take it to your family gathering. So it's a great gift, I think, for that reason. It's a good gift.
Yeah. Cool.
We also have this comic,
Never heard of it.
Paper Girls.
Paper who?
What's a comic?
It's like a
Is it some kind of
it's
book?
like a book with some pictures.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You read it from usually left to right, top to bottom.
You
If it's
sure?
a manga, then you might go right to left, top to bottom.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but no, this Paper Girls is great. It's Brian K. Vaughan.
Yep.
Writer of
Native Clevelander.
Yes, writer of Saga and other fantastic things.
What's the city? Stony Stream?
It's
Yeah, I think the
Like
city
Rocky River.
the city in
Yeah.
here. Right. It's
Yeah.
yeah. Instead of Rocky River, it is Stony Stream. So yeah, it is essentially sort of set in Cleveland, but not exactly called Cleveland. This is a sort of time hopping.
Well, I mean, it's definitely
journey.
a Cleveland suburb because they reference Cleveland landmarks, right?
They do. Yeah.
Yeah, you see the terminal.
Yeah,
tower.
you definitely see. I just think they don't call. They just have different names.
Oh,
or anything,
okay,
right?
sure.
But you definitely see. It is definitely Cleveland. But yeah, this is a great one. This is a good recommendation for. I feel like someone of about any. This would be a good gift for like a teenager. This would be a good gift for an adult. This would be something I would recommend to someone that hasn't read comics before either. This is like a good, just getting into comics pick. Also, there is this nice version I have here is the complete story. This is one volume here. This is the whole shebang. $50 gets you all the Paper Girls. The art in it is also wonderful. Just some great colors in here as well. Like red is one of them.
And I'd say if you
some
or someone
blue.
you love Stranger Things.
Yeah.
If you like Stranger Things,
Yep.
you probably like this. I would say so.
Yeah.
Um,
Teen adventure.
Teen adventure.
Yeah.
Mine was with two and
Some,
three.
yeah, this is a very good one.
Yeah.
I like this one.
I like that
It's
book a
great.
lot.
It's very,
It's really good.
yeah, and it just kind of, I like it because it also just, it starts, it goes right away. It just hits the ground running.
Yeah.
The story keeps.
Yeah, I remember when that book came out and people were like, that last page is crazy.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the last page of issue 1 is kind of crazy.
Kind of crazy.
So-
Yeah. It's a good one.
Christopher, Saga is coming back soon. I think it's coming back in January.
Yeah,
Yes,
let us
there's-
know now.
And if you
wanna
want
sub
it,
to that.
if you want to sub to that through Superscript, which you definitely should, let us know immediately.
Yeah.
Make the order soon.
Mhm.
How could they subscribe to?
So,
Oh,
you gotta-
go to Comic Con.
You could go to yeah. So yeah, we have a new website with our Comic Hub store, and there is an app called Comic Hub that you can talk to us about. We'll get you hooked up with the app and link to our store, and you can subscribe to Paper Girl. Oh, you can subscribe to Saga rather, not to Paper Girls. And
Killing it.
You can order Paper Girl.
No, you could order Paper Girls.
Sure.
You could order the complete edition.
Also, you can call the store.
You could call the store.
You can come in.
You could come in and talk to us.
Yep.
But yeah, the key
Write
is
email?
it's a great. You could write an email. But yeah, either way, you can hit us up in one of those official forums. I don't know. I think you gotta pick another one. I
Okay.
cannot read it.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Just want to make sure it's not me.
But yeah, the key is the Comic Hub app. It's pretty nice. You can view your subscriptions, view anything you have in order, make changes. You can find books. A lot of people that come in to the shop have been finding things that we wouldn't have normally ordered because they were kind of off our radar.
Oh,
but they're
look at
finding-
this.
Finding books out there. Yeah. So check that out. I got one more pick here.
What is that?
We already did a leader game, but this is another. This is their latest. This is Oath, Chronicle of Empire and Exile. So, leader games is pretty. I'd say pretty like, I don't know. They come up with a lot of innovative stuff in gameplay and whatnot. And this is their latest. It is a.
Nate, we can take it, Nate.
Oh.
You're good. What would you like, Nate?
Tell us your pick.
Which Nate is it?
Nate Mikowski.
Oh hell yeah!
Nate McCloskey.
The other one.
Fireball Island.
The other person pulled.
Oh, my mom. We'll see if she's in the chat.
What did Nate want?
Nate, what were you looking for?
Yeah, there's a couple miniatures things left. Sigmar Battle Force or the Knight or Fireball Island. That's not
Yeah.
really a miniatures game.
It's got miniatures.
It does have miniatures, Bo says.
And it's got
Are they
the
prepaid?
full board. It has terrain too.
That's
the full
true.
board.
It has terrain. Okay,
Vacuum
it
form
is a
plastic.
miniature. All right, it's a
More
miniatures
of a board
game.
game, but it's got miniatures.
Nope. It's a full-on miniatures game. Fireball Island. I only play Fireball Island competitively. Well, I'm going to talk about Oath while
Yeah.
Nate's deciding. Wigs,
Still out there,
options. This is the letter games.
Type in the chat.
I'm going to.
What you call it? Take on a legacy game So a legacy game is usually one where the game state.
Oath is not pickable. I'm sorry.
No, Oath. I am just talking about as my holiday recommendation.
It's the items on the table that we are not seated at. So it's Fireball Island and some Warhammer guys and a big Warhammer guy.
So it's a knight, and then the battle force is the dwarves, the Cardon overlords, I believe. Oh, he'll do the battle force.
He'll do the battle force.
Nice.
It's all yours.
Some more minis to paint. All right. So Oath.
Oath is a game that I see talked about in the Discord quite a bit.
We got a lot of people trying to get some games in the Discord. So it's a legacy style game where it's sort of the status of the game or progress of the game saves from session to session.
Okay.
To unlike an RPG or something like that.
Kyle Wells recommends it.
Kyle, nice. It's got great art, like all letter games do. It's got a very nice theme. So you sort of, generally speaking, there is one player is a chancellor, and the other players are exiles of this realm. And over the course of playing the game, that balance of power, that balance of, I don't know, being in control of the land shifts over the course of the game. And then when you pick up and play the next time, because it is a legacy style game, everyone's level of dominance over the board will be in a state based on the previous game. So while in the first game the Chancellor maybe has control of everything and the exiles don't have much because they're exiles of this region, you may start the game next time with that balance being very different.
Sure.
So these are a lot of fun stuff.
Is it asymmetric?
Is it asymmetric? I would say yes, it is asymmetric, but not quite as much as some of the other letter games, because you don't exactly have every player picking a different faction like something like Root, but you do have differences between the Chancellor and the Exiles, and then the abilities of the other players that start in Exile will kind of change throughout the course of the game, but it's not like Root where everyone is picking a totally different faction at the beginning. So I would say yes, but not quite as much as something like Root.
Is Oath good for groups that change? Got a rotating cast of characters?
You know, I would say it is better than other legacy games for sure. Because one thing you can also do with it is solo it and change the state of the game between sessions with your groups if you wanted to. So because I guess the answer would be like, the thing that changes about it for the most part is the state of the game as a whole. So if you're changing groups, that could be okay as long as they're okay with just sort of jumping into a potentially like, I don't know, unbalanced setup or uphill battle, if that makes sense.
Right.
So yeah, I think it is more so than most sort of traditional legacy games, at least. Yeah.
Awesome.
And I think honestly that is one of the like appealing points of the game.
Yeah.
Are we down to just two prizes?
Yep. I dropped a name in there about a minute ago. We're just waiting a couple seconds.
Cool.
Hello, Edward. How are you?
Is there anyone else that still needs to talk about their holiday picks?
I got a game over there.
Oh yeah. Do you want?
Yeah, I can talk about it for a minute.
You want me to take over the chat?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Do the old switcheroo?
Do the old switcheroo.
Here we go. Oh, I have this game too. Wow, that's okay.
I've already stood up.
Is this person already? Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I put the name in. We're just kind of.
I'm gonna get another one ready.
Sounds good.
So what's your pick?
This is Marvel Crisis Protocol.
All right.
This is a miniature game set based on Marvel characters, obviously. Everything you need for a 2-player game is in this box.
Nice.
There's not 2 sets of dice and 2 sets of measuring tools. You'd have to share those, but other than that, you have 2 factions, you have your instructions, everything you need. If you like the idea of building miniatures, but you aren't into fantasy, or you're looking for like an easy gateway into miniatures, this is pretty good.
About how many Spider-Men do I need to play this game?
How many Spider-Man? Well, it comes with 1 Spider-Man.
Okay.
You need at least 2 Spider-Man to play.
Okay.
Well, hold on.
Oh.
You need 2
For my group.
players to play.
Okay.
You need 0 to infinite number of Spider-Man, because there are 3 Spider-Man models out right now, and they're all different.
Okay.
And I think we're about to actually
Well.
get a 4th.
Oh.
So, but they recently put out some errata and rebalanced the core box stuff. So if you don't have to worry about.
Oh, I think we have. Yep, I think that is you, Mike. That's you.
Sorry if I misspelled your name, Mike.
Just let us know what prize you'd like.
But nothing in here is built or painted, so you get the joy of building and painting miniatures yourself. There's all kinds of terrain, cars, dumpsters, little daily bugle kiosks, and one of the things that I really like about this game is that a lot of the characters can just pick that stuff up and throw it at each other.
That's pretty good.
So there's a Hulk model that's really cool, and he picks up all kinds of stuff and just blasts people with it across the.
Hulk is cool.
So.
And this is you've been getting this kind of got you into doing hobby stuff, right?
Oh, deep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just bought the apartment building, so I'm excited to put that together. And I usually share pictures of everything that I build on the Discord, so you can definitely go check it out.
Hobby
there.
channel.
The game is, in most scenarios right now, is 2 players. I believe there is at least 1 scenario out there that is 4. And I believe that is Separation Anxiety, and it's based on symbiotes and Spider-Man. I would have to look into it a little more.
Got a question here. Minis require assembly in the base game. Yeah.
They do. And
Yes.
when you get this set, they are like still kind of figuring out what they're doing. So the models are great and they build well, but the models get easier to build in the later sets.
The stuff they've released more recently,
If
real
someone bought it,
quick.
they needed help, they could show up on Sundays and we would help them.
Oh, that's true. We have a
and
hobby
we are
day
definitely
on
here to help build
Sundays.
that stuff on Sundays.
From 3 to 6.
3 to 6.
Yeah. So we have. Okay. Well, I'm gonna pull another name. We have confirmation of a winner, Mike here, but he is just waiting to see which prize he would like. It is going to either be Fireball Island or the Warhammer 40k Knight.
Which is also a model you have to.
Which is a model. Yes.
Maybe the most modern.
It's a lot of stuff. Yeah. You can't play it with the Spider-Man game. But I'm going to pull another one for the one after Mike makes Mike's selection. We'll keep it going.
So, some recent additions to this game include Blade and Moon Knight. Last year they released a whole slew of X-Men characters. And recently, I believe it was at Gen Con, they announced a bunch more X-Men characters that'll be coming out shortly. So if you love X-Men, especially 90s X-Men, we got models for you.
Fireball Island for Mike.
Nice.
Oh, okay, nice.
It's a fun game.
All right, and then we're gonna introduce another.
Yeah, so
prize.
Are you
We've
saying a new
got-
challenger has appeared?
Challenger
yes.
has appeared. I gotta get it out of the drawer.
So we're down to Oh yeah, Stan Shannon says, don't forget the giant Dormammu figure. That is large. I know you got that.
Yeah, I built that. It was really fun to build. It was really fun to paint because I'm not used to painting something that large.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And that figure comes with terrain.
Sounds like a fun.
He is a beast.
Yeah, that was large. So, we're down to just the knight here, but to make sure the last person still has a choice, we're doing a gift card of a $50 value. There it is. That thing. So that is also in the selection pool.
Hey.
Spend just like money, baby.
You could buy one of our gifts that we have suggested to you with it,
You could buy 50
to make us feel good about our gift suggestions. You could buy, I think, 4 of the Mint games.
They could buy
with
all
that
the
$50
remaining
gift
Funko
card?
Pops.
You could buy a bunch of Funko Pops.
All
There we
the
go.
remaining
We
ones.
have the gift card. Okay, so that means we're going to pull one more, and this person must take the
Well, I
knight.
think Mike has to. Take
Oh,
the
yeah.
knight.
Oh,
So,
yeah. Mike.
Mike, you get the knight.
Mike took Fireball
Oh, yeah,
I'm
Mike
sorry,
took
I'm
Fireball
sorry.
Island. That's right.
Crazed.
And we get to keep the knight.
No, draw for it.
No, we'll fight each other for the night.
One other thing, because this is like
Very
hyper
specific.
complex model.
Yeah, yeah.
You do not play
Okay.
Warhammer 40K.
So it should be you either get the knight or you get something secret that we don't tell you what it is until we give it to you.
It won't be gross. Unless it is.
Or we can just show it to them now.
Yeah, I'm trying to pick something out. I'm working on.
Michael says, just pull my name. I'm trying. There are lots of tickets.
Thank you.
Oh.
Can I get approval of this?
Yeah, that's a good one. I actually really want to play that game, so if someone takes the Overboss game.
That's from the people that
I would
made
like
the
to play
Boss
that.
Monster, game. Right?
Yeah.
Like it has.
It
a
takes
bunch of
place
that
in
art.
the
The
Boss Monster Cinematic
Well,
Universe.
we've made everyone in the chat desperately want the knight now, so because we fought over it. So, all right, let's see what we have.
Made by Joe Hill.
I think that's right. So yeah, Crisis Protocol. So what are your what's your crew like in Crisis Protocol?
So my crew right now is who haven't I played with yet? And
Oh,
who
okay.
I want to see. I tried to play a version
Hey,
of-
we have a winner. Oh, sorry. Keep
No,
going. Keep
go
talking.
ahead.
He's got to make a selection. I
All right,
forgot.
well-
I forget. He needs to. Yeah.
So
Tell us what you want.
there is a team that's called the Sam Swarm right now, which is led by
Sam
Sam
Swarm.
Wilson, Captain
Oh.
America.
Oh,
And
we
it's
got a
about
winner
having-
for the Overboss. Derek. Derek will take the Overboss game.
All right.
So the knight. What happens to the
Maybe
knight?
we'll roll the knight back out next draft.
The knight goes back into the vault.
And I know a lot of you say you really want the knight. Well, it will be here for you.
Yeah, you could
You
just buy
just
it
have to buy it.
It's true.
for $170.
Yeah.
Oh, is it really? Damn.
So that was all the prizes.
Yeah, well, that's all anybody cares about.
What was Derek? What was the name?
Oh,
I got the
Michael
card here.
Really wanted that.
Who did?
Michael.
Yeah, we saw.
Wanted the
Really wanted.
oh, the
That's a bunch
Last name on it?
I
of Boss
Warrior
Fight Studio figures on the table. You can just ignore those.
just
They're not
ignore
prizes.
those.
Well, those are prizes, but not raffle prizes. If you buy one, it is a wonderful prize for you
Oh.
yourself. I'm
True.
gonna keep kicking the table.
No, that's fine. I just made us bigger now because the
Oh, that's
table's
what we
empty.
need. We need to
Yeah.
Yeah. More me.
Mhm. Yeah,
Um,
that was fun.
but play Crisis Protocol. Play Crisis Play Crisis Protocol.
What do we
It's
have
great.
coming up in Superscript? What's
Oh, let me spin out of this one.
Yeah, we'll wind things down now that we've given everything away.
Now that you have
Tell
no
you
reason
what's-
to watch anymore, we'll
yeah.
tell you about what we got on the horizon.
Tell you what we have. Well, starting this week, we're open on Mondays.
Yeah.
So get your holiday shopping in. Starting tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, so
So-
if you want something, you can come and pick it up tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Not the normal have to wait until Tuesday. So
Yeah.
And we're gonna stay open through Mondays through the month of December. Right?
Yes. Through December, open till Mondays. Mondays will be 1 to 9 hours of business. Yeah. We'll still be doing the normal. Let's see. We still got the normal stuff each week. Magic stuff on Tuesdays.
Yeah, constructed magic events on Tuesdays. This week's modern, and on Friday this week I believe it's Pauper
Yep.
and Commander.
Pauper and Commander.
We have a big magic event coming up that we are just announcing
Mm-hmm.
this week. Our store championship, which will be January
15th.
15th.
I think that's right.
Yes, that's correct.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Christine. Yeah, so you can win a. Well, we're gonna roll out the full list of prize support, but there'll be some cool promos. Top 8 will get a a collected company promo, and the number 1's gonna get a foil limited store championship worm coil engine, and then I think we're looking at if we decided on a price for that entry fee.
I think
I think not.
no.
No.
Still working out the
Yeah.
sending it to
It'll be
the
reasonable, and it'll be 100%
to the
100%
our accounting
price support.
team.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
look forward to that. We'll make sure price support's pretty good, as we try to always do. Do we have any other magic stuff coming out?
Not in December.
No. I think not till that's like it for January too. I think February is like the next.
This one, the next set
Set comes
pre-release
out,
Kamigawa. But yeah, we'll early in the new year too. We'll just kind of roll out our new broader schedule of events. We'll keep rolling with Hobby Night, as we mentioned, Hobby Afternoon on Sundays from 3 to 6.
And we do have
And-
a paint contest coming up as well.
We do have a paint contest. That is this month. When did we just schedule that for? December 19th? 12th?
So if any of you were in the store for the last painting contest,
December 12th.
That was at some point recently.
Yeah. Was that in February? November?
That
October?
was Halloween. It was on
Fighting
Halloween.
It was Halloween. Yeah.
Halloween was the last painting contest. This painting contest
Coming up.
Is not on.
is not on Halloween.
Yeah.
It is
December 12th.
December 12th.
1212.
If I just repeat
So-
everything Nick says, it sounds...
So so
1212.
do I need to bring my own supplies?
No, the paint kit includes the supplies, although you certainly can.
Do I need to know how to paint?
It would help.
Do I need to how much does it cost? I would pay anywhere upwards of $100 for a paint
Well,
contest.
it only costs $25.
What?
And I also realized that we have the kit in the basement.
Oh crap.
And we probably could have brought it up here, show on stream. Oh, we didn't.
Oh. Well,
It's a cool
describe
model.
it to me.
It's like a ghostly bone thing, different than the
Oh,
last ghostly
yeah.
bone thing.
Oh no.
This is
Ghostly
well-
bone is not.
I mean, you should Google it and see what comes up. See if we can find a
No,
picture.
no, don't Google it.
Use your work laptop to Google
Oh
ghost bone.
no.
Uh,
That's not good. Well, but it'll be a good time. It's for all ages, right?
yes.
25 bucks.
$25 gets you the model, the paint kit.
Comes with all the paint. But can you use your own?
You can use your own paint.
You could bring, say, a dolly-like contraction that is almost the size of a child.
That's true. Bo did come with a whole
Yeah.
kit. We do have one question. Is there gonna be a kids division for the paint contest?
Well, it's not a divisional sport yet,
Yeah.
but we're
We're
working on it.
getting there.
No, there will be a kids prize. That was actually something that was brought up to us last time. Is that to do the judging kind of separately between the youth prize and
Yeah.
adults. We're working on it.
Yeah, we'll have something. Make sure
Yeah.
the kids.
The hard work
Walk away.
painting is
Definitely a
good.
family event.
Yeah. Yeah.
Children encouraged, and we'll make sure that it is that there is some sort of incentive for kids.
Yeah. So that'll be good.
Yeah. If anybody else Googled ghost bone or ghostly bone, let me know how that would
Sean Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
Googled it.
Yeah, let us know. All right. Well, yeah. We'll be open on Mondays. Got some more events. And I don't know. We'll probably do another live stream at the end of December. Are we doing another live stream at all this year?
I don't know that we have
Or
another
is this
one.
the
I think
end?
this is it.
This is the
is
last
the end.
live stream of 2021. is
Wow.
The year. I don't. Well, no. We might do something.
Who knows?
I don't know that we'll do a raffle or anything.
Yeah.
We
Maybe
might play
we'll
some
do-
games or something.
Maybe we'll do a random live
We'll
stream.
definitely do the new comic minute.
Yeah. It's
Mhm.
not really a live stream,
No,
but
it's not.
No.
But it's live when we
But it's good.
do it, and then you get to see.
I mean, we
after.
do pretty much just a one take, so it's like pretty close.
Exactly, it's close.
live-ish.
Yeah.
We've done it live.
We have.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll
You
do
can
that
go
again.
back into our archives and find those live
Yeah.
Well-
sessions.
And if you're not in the Discord yet, get in the Discord.
How do you find it?
You go to our website, and then at the bottom there's a little Discord logo.
It looks like a little game
Like a ghost
console
bone.
controller. No, a
Mhm.
game console controller.
Bone Ghost.
Game console controller next to the Twitter logo, between the Twitter and the YouTube logos. The Discord. It's
That's
very
the
active.
one.
You can connect with people who shop at this store and enjoy comics and games, and it is. Oh, it's giving me a look.
I have to look over my shoulder and see. I guess I don't. I'm on this screen.
Yeah, I'm right over there. But yeah,
Alright.
you can connect with people who share similar interests, and it is very active.
It's a great
so
resource.
you can always find someone to talk to at all hours of the night. I sometimes, because I have a day job, I sometimes have to turn off notifications to Discord so no one thinks I'm a drug dealer while I am giving a big presentation to
Wow.
Is that like a pager
my.
reference?
It is.
Jeez.
It is. Thank you. Someone got it. Someone got it. I've been using that one for a while. Elliot gets it. He knows.
75-year-old.
Nice.
But,
Because my phone's always lighting up.
yeah.
Well, thank you all for joining us.
We have not driven you from this stream yet.
Yeah.
I think I increased views.
You usually do.
I'm gonna start turning up the background music now.
Okay, thank you to Bo and Josh and
Yeah,
Ryan
thanks to our
for
special
helping.
guests.
And thank you to everyone who came out for Black
Yes,
Friday
thank you
weekend.
Yeah.
all for supporting the store and everything that you do. Seriously.
Yeah.
Thanks for making this place great.
Yes. We couldn't do this without you. You're fantastic. Come pick up your prizes this week,
Sign
or
up.
else they will go back on the shelf.
Sign up for
By
that
next
store
Sunday.
championship. Sign up for that painting contest. Sign up for the Comic Hub app in the Android or Apple App Store.
Do it. Good night, y'all.
Bye.